What's up, guys? How's it going? Mr. On coming back with another ODFP, another old dead face people showcase. And in today's showcase, we're going to be talking about Baron de Montesquieu, an early and influential Enlightenment French thinker. His idea of governments using checks and balances to separate power has impacted and influenced the development of Western thought and political philosophy. Now, we begin with Montesquieu's story by first focusing on how the Enlightenment was shaping French society. Keep in mind that in the 1700s, the Enlightenment was spreading like wildfire all throughout Western Europe. More specifically, the country of France was a breeding ground for the philosophes, which means philosophers. Now, the philosophes were a group of French thinkers who applied the methods of science to better understand and improve society. Now, they believed that the use of reason could lead to change and reforms within both government and law, and very similar to British Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke and Thomas Hobbes, their ideas soon spread beyond their country and the rest of Europe. Now, one of the most famous of the philosophers was our boy, Montesquieu. Baron de Montesquieu was actually born as Charles Louis de Secondat in the year 1689, and he later inherited the title Baron de Montesquieu from his uncle. Now, Montesquieu was a rich kid growing up. However, he did not let his privileged status keep him from becoming a voice for democracy. Montesquieu was well-read and educated, and he studied governments and political philosophies all throughout his adolescence, and even learned about Chinese and Native American cultures. He soon became a staunch opponent to absolute monarchies and was always willing to politically debate. In 1748, Baron de Montesquieu published The Spirit of Laws, a book that he produced in which he discussed governments all throughout history. He felt the best way to protect liberty, that's the idea that the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by an authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political view, was to actually divide the government into three main branches. The first branch is the legislative branch, the branch that has the power to make laws. The second branch is the executive branch, the branch that has the power to enforce and support the laws. And the third branch is the judicial branch, the branch that has the power to oversee and monitor, kind of like a referee, the process in which all three branches interact. Now, lastly, in order for the three branches to work in a harmonious manner, each branch of government, according to Montesquieu, should be able to serve as a check on the other two, an idea that we call checks and balances. Now, if you're still paying attention and are American, a bell should be ringing in your head right now, because Montesquieu's beliefs were actually used as the basis for the United States Constitution and the federal government. Eventually, Baron de Montesquieu lived to the age of 66 and died of a fever in Paris on February 10th, 1755. And similar to Voltaire, his political and social philosophies later motivated French citizens to take up arms and revolt against the tyrannical French monarchy in 1789, over 44 years after his last breath. Now, in closing, Baron de Montesquieu is remembered for being a philosopher which would come to impact both political thought and play a central role in bringing about an age of both political and social revolution. His political discourse of separation of powers and the use of checks and balances still impacts us today, as many governments throughout the world function and are based off of his original beliefs and teachings. And with that being stated, guys, that's all I have for this ODFP showcase dealing with Baron de Montesquieu. I hope you guys enjoyed. Mr. Allen signing off. I'll see you guys later. Take care.